Austin and his daughter Olivia were incredibly close. Unfortunately, Austin passed away when his daughter was only 5 years old. During the funeral, Olivia decided to hug her father one last time. What happened next made people scream. Austin was born into a poor family, and his parents had a dream to break out of the vicious circle of poverty that was passed down from generation to generation. Unfortunately, they passed away before their dreams could come true. Determined to change his life, Austin looked for ways to create a better future for himself. He worked on construction sites before going into fruit sales on roadsides. Sometimes he also worked night shifts in factories to earn money to maintain his business. After the night shift, he would head straight to his small shop and sell his products all day, without sleep or rest. On one of those days, Austin met Sophia at the store. At first, he was struck by her beautiful gait, then by her charming eyes and cheerful smile. Sophia came for fruit every day at the same time. This went on for several weeks, and before Austin knew it, he fell in love with her. During this time, Sophia and Austin quickly became close friends, but Austin craved more. He wanted Sophia in his life, and he wanted to tell her about his true feelings for her. Once, when a severe storm was predicted, it seemed that fate had given him just such an opportunity. Austin had brought quite a few fruits that day, so he had to apologize to the customers who came after everything was sold out. However, he left Sophia's favorite apples aside, hoping that she would show up. It must have been his lucky day, because she arrived just a few minutes later. When Austin was serving the apples, it suddenly started to rain. The man was in a panic because he had to quickly collect all the counters before the rain ruined everything. He was tight on money, so any unplanned spending was not available at the moment. To his surprise, Sophia helped him. It took them only a few minutes, but the young people were still soaked through. Austin apologized profusely to the girl, but she waved them off with her soft smile. They took shelter at a bus stop and talked for several hours in the pouring rain. When Austin and Sophia were talking, he couldn't hold back his feelings anymore. In the end, he confessed that he loved her and wanted her in his life. Sophia was silent for a moment, overcome with emotion. Then, with a warm smile on her face, she asked, "Why did you take so long? I've been dreaming about this moment." After these words were spoken between them, their relationship soon developed into something wonderful. Most of the time, Sophia joined Austin on the street to sell fruit. Their love was wonderful, and it attracted customers to their small restaurant business. A good profit soon appeared, and after a few months Austin was able to open a small store. He considered Sophia his mascot, and his love for her became even stronger. As Austin's business grew rapidly, his relationship with Sophia developed even faster. The lovers had a premonition that they would spend very little time together. After just 6 months, they started living together and got married 4 months later. The couple really wanted to start a family, but despite all their efforts, they were unable to conceive a child. Sophia was worried. She often stayed up all night and cried. Austin would wake up, take a deep breath, and assure her that one day they would have children of their own. 2 years later, Sophia became pregnant. The couple was overjoyed. Sophia's pregnancy went smoothly, and in due course the happy couple had a baby girl, whom they named Olivia. The girl was beautiful. She had her mother's dreamy eyes and her father's arched eyebrows. It took Olivia's parents only a few years to realize that their daughter was a genius. By the age of 3, she was already able to read well and had strong mathematical abilities. Their family was a great team. They did everything together and were really happy. Unfortunately, this joy was short-lived. On Olivia's 5th birthday, a terrible incident occurred. The family was playing indoor games when Austin suddenly lost consciousness. Olivia desperately clung to him and began to scream, "Dad, wake up." Fortunately, Austin came to his senses a few minutes later. Sophia attributed the fainting to stress and assumed that it would not happen again. But just a week later, Austin lost consciousness again. After these frightening episodes, the couple went to the hospital so that Austin could be examined. There they found out that he was dying. Poor Austin was diagnosed with an incurable disease, and he was immediately taken under medical supervision. Austin's condition steadily worsened with each passing day. Sophia hid this from Olivia and told her that Dad needed to be rushed to the hospital for some special reasons. Despite her young age, Olivia felt that her father was ill. After all, she often visited him in the hospital with her mother and immediately felt that something was wrong. Little Olivia was upset by her mother's attempts to hide the truth from her. One afternoon, when Sophia was feeding Austin in the hospital room, Olivia suddenly took her father's hands and asked with a note of fear in her voice, "Dad, are you dying?" Sophia stared at the little girl in disbelief. However, Austin stopped her, and with tears in his eyes said, "Yes, my daughter. Dad can't be with you anymore." In response, Olivia kissed her father. Then she took his hands, put them on her chest and said, "Dad, you will always be with me, right here in my heart." After this incident, Sophia began to bring Olivia to visit her father every day. In the presence of his daughter, Austin seemed to have gained a new sense of life. However, his health continued to deteriorate rapidly. Despite this heartbreaking situation, Olivia remained strong and courageously held back tears whenever her father had seizures. It soon became clear to everyone that Austin didn't have much time left. Sophia refused to admit that her husband would not fight for his life. "Why did you decide to leave us?" Sophia asked with tears in her eyes when she saw her husband lying lifeless in a hospital bed. "You promised to always be there for me, to love me forever. Why can't you fight?" "What is it?" she asked angrily. Austin gathered his last strength, pulled her to him, hugged her and said that he was very sorry. But Sophia slipped out of his arms and ran out, bursting into tears that blurred her eyes. After Sophia left, Olivia spent the whole day with her father, not allowing anyone to enter his room. She hugged her father tightly and they both cried. Deep down, they said goodbye. Austin died peacefully in his sleep the next day. When Sophia found out about her husband's death, she was inconsolable. She was filled with regrets and angry with herself. She wished she had said goodbye to him properly and promised that she would never stop loving him and marry another man. Olivia, on the other hand, felt at peace. All these wonderful conversations she had with her father helped her find peace of mind. Sophia did not stop crying even at his funeral. Olivia was sad, but her eyes were dry. Before lowering Austin's coffin, Olivia felt the urge to hug her beloved father one last time. She asked her mother if she could hug her father in the coffin, and the woman agreed, seeing nothing wrong with it. Everyone watched with pity as Olivia hugged her father for a few minutes, which seemed like an eternity to her. Tears streamed down the little girl's cheeks and soaked her father's funeral clothes. Olivia whispered tender words in her father's ear, and then kissed him on the forehead for the last time. And at that moment, something completely shocking happened. A pigeon suddenly flew into the cemetery and sat on Austin's chest. The pigeon pecked Olivia lightly, and her lips stretched into a smile. While the adults were shaking with fear, even Sophia was a little worried, not knowing what to do about it. Olivia knew that pigeons represent peace and love, so she took this rare phenomenon as her father's way to show his love for her one last time. Many years later, Olivia told her children and grandchildren about the incredible love that bound her to her father. Olivia's children and grandchildren also believed that the presence of the dove symbolized the love that Olivia felt for her father. Dear viewers, what do you think about this story? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you liked this video, then like and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye.